guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetReviews.com, and today we are here at Mobile World Congress 2014, and we are here at the Acer booth. And Acer has actually announced two devices over here. One is the Acer Liquid Z4, which we have already done a hands-on, so you can watch that. And this device which we have is an upgrade, or you can say a better device as compared to Z4 in terms of specifications, in terms of display size, and in terms of other things as well. And we will tell you all that within this video. Talking about this device also has the new designed Acer Rapid Key, which is actually a very good key. This key can be used to actually launch different applications. If you long press this key, even when the phone is in the locking mode, you can actually launch the camera. If you short press this key, even when the device is unlocked, you can actually launch any of the application, including Facebook or any other application which you would like to specify. When we talk about the specifications of this phone, this is a pretty good phone. The display is an IPS LCD display, so you get pretty good viewing angles as well. You can see the display from extreme angles without any issues, so which is definitely a good thing. As far as display is concerned, it has got a not a full high definition display, but a high definition display. Then the resolution is 720x1280. It is spread over 4.7 inch, so it is a 4.7 inch display phone. Pretty handy phone, pretty light phone as well in terms of the overall weight. The weight of the device is around 135 grams, which is definitely very good. So you can hold this device in one hand without any issues, and you won't feel the weight of it. The weight of the device, 135 grams, makes it fairly portable and easy to carry. The thickness of the device is also not that much. Again, we are not sure about the exact specifications as far as the thickness is concerned, but it looks like that it is around 8 to 9 millimeter in terms of the thickness of the device is concerned. When we take a look over the backside has a matte finish back cover with Acer branding in the middle, which actually looks very good. You have a camera over here, and the camera on the device is a 13 megapixel camera at the back, as you can see, and you have a front camera which is a 2 megapixel camera. The rear camera is 13 megapixel autofocus, and it can record high definition video as well. When we talk, and it can also record high definition video both at 720p as well as at 1080p. The overall design of the device looks very good. This kind of a design is definitely good. The kind of material which has been used as far as the back cover is concerned is again plastic, but it is good quality plastic which you can actually see, as you can see, and it is matte finish, so it will not get the fingerprints and scratches very easily, which is a very good thing. When we talk about the sound, you do have DTS sound, which will give you better quality of sound from the headphones as well as from the loudspeaker on this device. And the top of the device, we have the 3.5mm audio jack for the headphones. You have the power and sleep key at the top, and on this side you have the trays over here for the micro SD memory card. So you can actually insert a micro SD memory card into, micro SIM will go over here. It will accept a micro SIM for the connectivity, and it is a single SIM device, unlike the dual SIM Z4 from Acer. This is a single SIM device, and here you will be able to insert a micro SD memory card to expand the storage of the device. And we will just tell you whether you can install applications on the micro SD memory card or not, but you do have the option of inserting a micro SD memory card into this device. And again, as far as the back cover is concerned, the back cover cannot be removed. So it is a unibody device, and the battery cannot come out of this device as far as the specifications of the battery is concerned or the design of the device is concerned. And it feels solid. It is pretty good. Even it is plastic at the back, it actually feels very solid and very good to hold in one hand. As far as the version of Android which is running on this device, it seems to be Android 4.2.2, and we will just confirm that. When it comes to the UI which is running on top of Android, it is a custom UI which comes from Acer. Looks pretty good in terms of the overall design, and the overall display is also good. This is how the notification center look like. It is also custom notification center, not the stock one. And let me just go into the settings to show you the version of Android and other things of the device. So once we go into the version of Android which is running on this device is Android 4.2.2. And if we take a look over the other options over here, let's take a look over the storage scenario. So as far as storage is concerned, the storage of this device should be 4 GB, and let me just check the same. So this device has 4 GB of internal storage, as we already told you, and out of 4 GB of internal storage, around 1.59 GB is reserved by the operating system, whereas around 2 GB is available to the user. So 2 GB of storage you will get on this 4 GB device, and again you do have support for micro SD memory card, and you can also change the preferred install location. That means you can actually install applications on the micro SD memory card, and you can actually move the application from the phone memory to the micro SD memory card. So that is also possible. As far as other things are concerned, when we take a look over the RAM on this device is going to be 1 GB, and let me show you the current RAM scenario. Again, we are not running too many applications in the background on this device, and the current scenario for the RAM is around, so you have around 493 MB of RAM which is being used, and 439 MB of RAM is free. So approximately half of the RAM is free and the device is responsive. When it comes to the display, on the display front we can see that this device supports automatic brightness as well. So it has proximity sensor and the ambient light sensor as well. Here we have the front camera. The front camera on this device is, so this device is going to be the first device, I guess, which I have seen which has a flash both at the rear camera as well as at the front camera. So especially in case you are taking a selfie of yours, and in case you are in a low light scenario, you can actually use a flashlight as well. So you can use a flashlight to take a selfie shot of yours, and the front camera has a flashlight over here and the rear camera also has a flashlight. Both of these flashlights can be used as a torch as well. So let me just show you some other things on the device before we go further. Let me just go into the settings and show you the other things which we missed earlier. So taking a look over the tethering options, you do have the support for Wi-Fi tethering on this device as well. So you can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot to share the 3G internet. Again, it is a single SIM device, not a dual SIM device. When it comes to DTA sound, you do have DTA sound supported. When it comes to apps, we already showed you. So you also have Acer Rapid Switch, which is again can be configured for the long camera, for long press for camera launch. So if you long press it, it will launch the camera. And for this, either the device has to be locked or it has to be unlocked. It will work both ways. So now taking a look over the other things of the device, let me just show you the messaging application and the phone dialer. Okay, we already showed you messaging app. Okay, this is the messaging application. The messaging application is again not completely stock Android. The kind of keyboard which we see over here is actually swipe keyboard. So you can do continuous input typing on this device without any issues with the help of swipe keyboard. And again, the default keyboard may not support continuous input. That is something which we can tell you. As far as the phone dialer is concerned, this is how the phone dialer look like. And again, the phone dialer does not have the option of making a video call, which is definitely a disappointment. When it comes to the gallery, we do have some videos over here on this device. And again, the overall image quality when it comes to the rear camera and the front camera is decent enough. It is not too good, but decent enough. This device is going to come to India, and it seems to be running on a MediaTek chipset. Again, we cannot confirm the same. It looks like MediaTek 6589 chipset which we have on this device. It is a quad-core 1.2 GHz processor. It will come to Indian market approximately by March end or April beginning. It will come to Indian market. When we talk about other things of the device, it does have geotagging as well supported. Accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor is also there, and you do have gravity sensor as well on this device. So let's take a look of the camera UI now, and let's find out how the overall camera quality when it comes to the rear camera as well as the front camera. So the rear camera is a 13 megapixel camera and the overall camera quality should be good. And let me just take a photo of my iPhone over here to show you the overall performance. And you do have tap to focus. You can disable the flash. You do have panorama mode supported. You have other modes supported. HDR mode is also supported. So you have different modes supported. And let me just, okay, it does have autofocus and tap to focus is also there. Let me just take a photo. So we have just taken a photo from this device from the rear camera, and the photo comes out to be really good, I would say. The photo is coming out to be really good both in terms of the colors. It is very much identical to the actual object over there. However, there is little amount of brightness which is there in the photo, which is definitely a good thing for a device like this, because the photos are coming out to be pretty good, especially in this low light scenario. The kind of photos which we are seeing on this device, as far as color is concerned, is good. The color reproduction is good, as well as the amount of details which you can see in the photo is pretty okay. It is not too good, but pretty okay for a device like this. Let me just show you the front camera view as well, so that you can get an idea. So this is how the UI will look. Okay, this is how the overall video feed will look like from the front camera. The front camera video feed is pretty good, not too good again, but you can do a decent good quality of video chat from the front camera. That is something which we can notice. And again, it has the MediaTek UI. So the MediaTek UI which we have seen on other devices as far as camera is concerned is there on this phone. Again, you can also install third-party application in case you don't like this camera UI. So in all, this device is a pretty good device in terms of the overall hardware specification, the kind of features it offers. The rapid control key is definitely a good thing and you can easily access it. It has a kind of slim profile, a curved design at the back, which actually makes this device a little bit thinner in the middle, and the device is definitely good in terms of the overall build quality and the form factor. Let's see at what price point this device comes to the Indian market. It should be coming in between 10 to 15,000 rupees as far as Indian price is concerned. It will be coming by April beginning or March end 2014. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.